So it's amazing how the consensus has shifted from May of 2022 when we first saw Gotham Knights showcase Red Hood and Nightwing. It was a whole mixed bag. A lot of people did not know necessarily what they were looking at. Some people thought the combat, the movement, traversal were all foreign, and I don't blame anybody. We're used to the Arkham games if you've played the Batman games in the past or even seen it being played. So for you to see something like Gotham Knights, it's literally a jarring, shocking revelation because for the most part, the studios that made both Gotham Knights and, say, a game like Arkham Origins is basically one studio but making and working under another studio that already established the parameters for that game, Rocksteady. But Gotham Knights right now has seemed to, in my opinion, move a little bit into a different direction, especially with the character Red Hood. When Red Hood was first revealed in his gameplay, I could not believe how much he was so different from what I would have expected. The weird thing is, I actually did like the character. But when they first showed his gameplay, specifically just to him, it seemed a little weird after this May reveal. Not until now, during the previews, are we hearing that Red Hood is actually one of the weirdly designed characters in a good way. And I say weirdly designed in a good way because I'm used to a depiction of Red Hood, so it's weird to me. But at the same time, I think there are elements in this particular character that I like. I've always wanted to be in the position where I got to play him as one of my first characters for Gotham Knights. A while ago, I shifted my position and said maybe I'll play him third, but I think he's now made his way even almost to first place. It's going to be a competition between him and Barbara. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because of some revelations that we've seen lately. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. To the community, I just wanted to say a very big thank you to all of your work. I pretty much get carried by you guys here on YouTube. You're so smart. I have to depend on all of the information and the vibes that you throw my way. So thank you very much. So what's going on with Red Hood? Apparently, one of the reviewers or previewers that played Gotham Knights early mentioned that they think that this character is actually very well designed and was easily misunderstood because he is a brute, yes, but his role in the game is that he plays as a tank and hits like a Mack truck. Now, to me, I think that's something that in an RPG sense, I really want to check out for myself. The depictions and the comparisons between him and the other knights were also quite interesting because for the other knights, there was something to be said about agility and speed in the way that they fight, but they didn't necessarily pack the punch that Red Hood himself packs. And if you go around looking at all the gameplay from different previewers, I remember seeing that some of the different knights, yes, would take a while before they took characters down. Even in advanced save files where a little bit more of the skill tree had been unlocked, it seemed like, say, characters like Batgirl and even, say, Robin would take a lot of hits to take down their enemy NPCs. But Red Hood, on the other hand, he was able to dispatch them in 1, 2, even 3 hits. In fact, if you want to see this number of hits specifically, I recommend that you watch the IGN Robin co-op gameplay. This is where they kept switching back and forth in the camera view between Red Hood and Robin, not Nightwing. Apparently, Red Hood is very strong, and I think this starts to bring things full circle because his ability tree now starts to make a lot more sense. I remember wanting to do a video about his ability tree, but man, I stopped myself short because there were so many different attributes to the character, and I knew that it wasn't going to be necessarily something that would be too worthwhile at the time. I think now it's probably worthwhile to do a video like that, but I don't think it's really necessary because the game is coming out so soon. So at this point, we get to experience it ourselves. But I can say for sure that his ability tree did have a mixture of stat increasing boosts that seem to accentuate his damage in all kinds of fun ways. Now, I'm certain there's probably similarities with the other Gotham Knights in the game, but his seemed to be very much more focused on that damage dealing aspect. Also, his ranged attacks were very well complemented, and I remember seeing a lot of different previewers making sure that they were able to chain their physical melee attacks with a lot of his gun-based projectile attacks. This was actually pretty cool to see, in my opinion. And overall, I think this character has just emerged from the dearth that he was in whenever it is that the game was first revealed. I mean, everybody around the block was wondering what kind of Red Hood is this? Even I myself wasn't too sure, especially with all the different aspects. Now, I did like some things I saw. I like the Mystic Leap, and I also like the fact that he could plant a bomb on an enemy NPC and then kick them into a space of other NPCs and detonate the bomb with a bullet. That's a pretty cool move to do. I hope to be able to chain those in attacks of mobs as the game comes out. But by and large, for those of you who are going to be Red Hood mains or who were wanting to be Red Hood mains, didn't necessarily get a lot of information at that time, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Has your mind changed? Are you in a place where you're looking forward to still playing Red Hood again? I know I am. I was going to go ahead and maybe play Robin and, Batgirl, but now I think it's more like Batgirl and Red Hood. But once the game comes out, because I'm probably playing on 2 different accounts, I'll be fine maybe playing the game through with one of the characters. I don't really intend to swap characters by and large. I don't want to waste too much time in my, experience. I want to see how each character is playing individually, but who knows? Maybe I might be forced to change to mix things up. But like I said, talk to me in the comment section. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, and hopefully we'll talk pretty soon. Peace out.